What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich, and in today's video I'll be doing the Group H preview for the match between South Korea and Portugal. This game will be played at the Education City Stadium on December the 2nd. This is a massive game. Listen, this is as huge as it gets. Not because it's South Korea coming up against Portugal. This is a crunch game. The results so far in the group. For South Korea, they played to a brilliant 0-0 draw against Uruguay. That was a great result. But they ended up losing their second game to Ghana, 3-2. As for Portugal, they've already through to the round of 16 after picking up a 3-2 victory over Ghana and a 2-0 win over Uruguay. For the table so far in Group H, Portugal on top with 6 points, Ghana second with 3, South Korea third with 1, and Uruguay last with 1, but an inferior goal difference to South Korea. Guys, in terms of the head-to-head between the two teams, there's been only one ever meeting, and that came at the 2002 World Cup, where Korea Republic won it a 0-0 courtesy of Park Ji-sung. In terms of injuries and suspension for South Korea, Hwang Hee-chan, we haven't seen the Wolves forward yet, and he's probably not 100%, but I've seen him on the bench, but he's just not been playing. Also, Paulo Bento received a red card in the last game for protesting Anthony Taylor blowing the whistle before giving them their corner, and he would watch the game from the stands most likely. Changes. What changes could be made? Paulo Bento won't be there, but he'll give his instructions. Lee Kang-in has to come into the team, and that's like the only player I could say deserves to start. He has to play. You know, Cho Gu-sung, he was pretty good in the last game with those 2 headed goals, and it's because Lee Kang-in came in and just added impetus to the team. So if you have Son, you have Lee Kang-in, you have Cho Gu-sung on the field at the same time. Kim Jin-soo, I think Kim Min-jae might be sweating his fitness as well. He was pretty beaten up when he came off in the last game. And they're going to need to be on point against Portugal here, or else they'll be catching that Korean Airlines plane back to South Korea. As for Portugal, they're dealing with some injuries. Danilo Pereira, he's out. Nuno Mendes, he's done for the World Cup. And Otavio is also injured. Are they going to make changes? They're already through. I'm pretty sure they're going to switch up the lineup. Maybe give guys like Bruno Fernandes a rest. Bring in maybe guys like Mateus Nunes, or bring in guys like, what's his name? Rafael Leao, Andre Silva could get a run out. You know, so I do expect Fernando Santos to make some changes. Maybe give Rui Patricio a run out in goal. Who knows? But there will be changes, seeing that Portugal are already through. But one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to mess around and get knocked off the top of the table, come in second, and go into the next round and have to play Brazil. You don't want that. You will want to play either Switzerland, Serbia, or Cameroon, not Brazil. So Portugal definitely have to keep that in mind. So guys, in terms of some key insights, let's get into that. Korea Republic have won just 5 of their 23 FIFA World Cup matches against European sides, drawing 6 and losing 12, with each of those 5 wins coming against different nations: Poland, Portugal, Italy, Greece, and Germany. Not bad. Not bad at all. A couple World Cup winners in there too. So for Portugal, look, Portugal's only defeat in 5 previous meetings with Asian sides at the FIFA World Cup came against Korea Republic in 2002, with the Portuguese winning 3 and drawing 1 of their other 4 games. So if there's any Asian teams that's going to topple Portugal, it is South Korea. Maybe the Portuguese may say, hey, man, there was a lot of cheating going on at that World Cup and we didn't really lose. But, you know, it's on paper, but we didn't really lose. Don't believe everything you read. You had to be there to really experience it. So, guys, let's get into what each team needs to go on to the round of 16. Well, Portugal already through. They would need to keep their top spot to avoid Brazil, as I mentioned. They want to come in second. You don't want to. Could have serious repercussions on your World Cup chances. As for South Korea, they have 1 point, so they would need to win. And if Uruguay win their game as well, South Korea would actually, need goal difference to work in their favor. They do have a better goal difference than Uruguay, so they'll be hoping for a win and a draw in the Ghana Uruguay game. So Ghana's goal difference could remain at 0, and maybe with a 2-0 win, they could go above Ghana. So that's what the South Koreans will be hoping for. Look, it could get very complicated in Group H, I have to say. Guys, in terms of the prediction, do we have something special brewing in Group H here? We have the big match between Ghana and Uruguay, and this one between Korea Republic and Portugal could also prove to be a massive, massive game, because let's say South Korea get inspired by what Japan did, win the game, keep a clean sheet, improve their goal difference, and the other game ends in a draw or Uruguay win. Then South Korea would go through against the odds. So it's a possibility. I want to put out that possibility as well. But Portugal are the favorites here. Even though in the game against Ghana, they were caught out defensively at times, and against Uruguay, they look a bit vulnerable, they've won their 2 games, and they have a lot of depth. That's one thing we know about the Portuguese team. They could change up a lot of players and still come out very, very, very strong. But still, you don't want to do that too much. If they ought to make any changes, I don't think they should make 9 or 10 changes. I think you make 5 to 6 changes. Keep a few players in there, especially in the defense. If you don't change up your defense too much, you'll be okay. You might not lose the game, might end in a draw. A draw is not good for South Korea, but it's very, very good for Portugal. Look, I expect Fernando Santos to make changes. Rafael Leao could get a run out. Andre Silva, as I mentioned earlier, Rui Patricio in goal. There's a couple players that, need some game time, that deserve some game time. Maybe like a João Paulinho in the midfield. João Mario as well could get a look in. The list goes on, man. This team is so stacked up. So stacked up. Diego Dallo, he would like a run out. You see what I'm saying? So I think Fernando Santos should change up his team. South Korea could be an element of surprise here. Lee Kang-in's going to come in. Son's going to be there. Cho Gyu-song, he's on fire right now. And the team could actually surprise Portugal. I won't count that out at all. But I don't see it happening. I see South Korea, without their manager on the touchline, they lose the plot and try to attack Portugal from the get-go, instead of being pragmatic and trying to get them on a transition or on a counter. And they overcommit and they get picked off multiple times. Pick. Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, I didn't even mention him. He's going to want to play this game. He's going to want to play every single game. Bernardo Silva is yet to really do anything of note at the World Cup. He's going to want to, get a goal at least. Bruno Fernandes, you can't get him off the field. Portugal's winning this game, in my opinion. And I think it's going to be, let me say, 3-1. South Korea will get something, but I'm going to go for 3-1. Portugal to win all 3 games. Have any team won all 3 games so far? No. I don't think any teams picked up 9 points so far at all. That's crazy. Wow. No team have picked up 9 points so far. Could Brazil and Portugal be those teams to get 9 points? It's left to be seen. But guys, my prediction, Portugal to get 9 points. But check out the prediction for the Uruguay-Ghana game. We'll definitely appreciate that. Let me know your thoughts down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And from your boy Dom, until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.